Welcome everybody to my latest video. For this segment I thought I would document how to install a monitor into your arcade cabinet. As you can see, my Neo Geo cab here does not have a monitor. Basically what happened is the monitor that was in here pretty much was just going out on me. I had a cap kit done, it didn't help at all. The problem was that during gameplay, within a few minutes of gameplay, the picture would turn extremely bright to the point where it was unplayable. And the longer you go, the worse it would get. Did a cap kit, that didn't help. Tried a few other things, that didn't help either. So what I decided to do was I called an arcade tech to come over and try and fix it. And well, that was, probably one of the worst ideas ever. Basically, let me give you some advice. If you don't know how to repair your arcade monitor, you may be thinking that an arcade tech would be the best way to go. I would advise against it. Basically, you get an arcade guy to come out here. He's going to charge you $80 to $100 just to come out. An hour of his time can be anywhere between $60 to $80 to even $100. Long story short, the guy came out here, had to take the monitor back to his shop. Took me another 4 weeks to get him back out here. When all said was done, total cost was about $200 and some, and I was not happy with the results. Basically, what happened is when he was finished, his so-called fix made it even worse. The game the contrast was way too low. The game was extremely dark. It just looked like crap, and I wasn't satisfied. Basically what I did is I just sold the monitor and decided to get a newer monitor. I got this one off of eBay. This is a Wells Gardner, what's the model number? This is a 25K7194. Now, I bought this with shipping. The total cost came to less than $200. I believe it was like 160 some. But you can get a brand new monitor from Suzo Hap. With shipping, it would probably cost you about $325. So my advice would be, if you don't know how to repair your monitor and you're thinking about getting an arcade tech, I would say just get a newer one or a brand new one. But as you can see, it's the same size as what was in there, which was a 28 inch, 25 inch, I can't remember. But anyways, this video will show you how I take it out and bolt it in and get it set up. So wish me luck. Luckily I did get this thing insured, so if it doesn't work, I can always get my money back. But basically this is going to go in there. So for anybody who has an arcade cabinet and the only thing they need is the monitor, well, you might be able to find this video helpful. However, if you've already uninstalled your monitor, then this video probably won't do you much good, as far as you probably already know what you need to do and what you don't need to do. So let me cut and I'll take out the monitor and we'll go from there. So give me 1 second. Okay, here's the monitor I got out of the box. Now before I go any further, let me take a moment and I'll show you some of the pictures that came from the other monitor once the arcade tech, so-called fixed it. So go ahead and take a look at these pictures. Now, as you can see, the picture is pretty, screwed up, and you'll understand why I wanted to replace the monitor. Now, the first thing you need to do is, once you verify the size of the monitor you want to get, you got to make sure it fits right. Now, when you get your monitor, you'll see these brackets right here. This actually helps to hold the monitor in place. And what you want to do, those brackets I just showed you, those actually get placed right here. You can see here's some holes from the previous monitor. So there's a bracket on the top of the monitor and one on the bottom, and the top one gets placed here and the bottom one gets placed here, and this is what holds it in place. So once you got the monitor in, you basically just bolt it or screw it in or whatever. Now, one thing you'll want to do is when you're installing the monitor, you want to have as much room as you possibly can. So these things right here, this is actually just wood that's drilled in to the cabinet. So I'm going to go ahead and remove these, and this will actually give me some more hand room between here and here versus just from here and here. And the total amount of room that I'll be getting by removing these is only an additional maybe 1.5, 2.5 inches. But that's actually a lot of space, and it can save you a lot of headache. So let me go ahead and remove those. Okay, as you can see, I removed those two wooden pieces, and at the same time I'm also going to remove this up here. Now keep in mind, not all cabinets are like this one, but for the most part you'll come across something similar. And what this wood does is, for this particular cabinet, this is the wood that you help hold your bezel or bezel. So as you can see, by removing all this wood right here, I've actually opened up my working space quite a bit. Probably an additional 2 inches from top to bottom and from left to right. So now I'm going to try and get this monitor in, and we'll go from there.